Cool. Hello everyone. Hello Jacky. How's it going?
Hey Alex, it's going good, good. Everything is good. How's going at your end?
Nice. Everything is good so far. Yeah, just learning a bunch of new things every day.
Uh, that's a life.
yeah. Cool. Nice to see you again. I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah. Like I was bit busy. Like lot of things are going on, right? So a lot of projects and a lot of other stuffs are going on.
Yeah, of course. Your book and your was it a PhD? Was it a master's? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm doing a master's and doctorate both
Mm.
together. Apart from that, like not getting any time from the projects and like office work.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. All right. What are we going to do today?
So today, I would like to provide some demonstration on intelligent document processing. We're going to see a few use cases like how we can do the invoice processing, how we can do the medical report processing, and we will see how we can extract the information from the driving license, basically, right? And we will see how we can like use what's the difference between natural language processing and Einstein AI. So like we will discuss the few use cases like what is the accuracy of the result we are getting from the NLP, and what is the accuracy of the result we are getting from the Einstein AI, and why Einstein AI is much better, right? When we are doing the extraction of data from any PDF documentation. Yeah,
Cool. All right. Let's get started then.
sure. So the first thing, I hope everybody knows about the MuleSoft intelligent document processing, right? So MuleSoft Intelligent Document Processing, it's a capability launched by MuleSoft. It's a part of AnyPoint platform, which allow you to extract the information from the PDF file, right? Or maybe any images file like TIFF, PNG, and the JPEG file, right? Apart from that, like it is also capable of doing a classification of a data, like extraction of the data, and it also performs some kind of analysis of data. Like it depend on what kind of prompts you are giving, right? Like to the Einstein, and it do some kind of analysis also. Mainly this tool is used for the extraction of data. Like you can extract the data from like PDF file and send to some other system via integration platform, right? We will going to see all these things in our like demonstration. So yeah, I will quickly logging into IDP. There are few use cases where we can use the IDP, like for doing the invoice processing, contract documents, legal document, healthcare reports, apart from that, insurance policies, if you want to extract the information from insurance policy. See, one of the example I will give, like it is very useful, to do the real time document validation. So one of the use case where you can use this IDP for real time document validation. For example, like generally when you are applying for any loan, so where you have to upload a bunch of documentation, like you may have to upload your some income tax related identity proof, right? So and like you may have to do some self attestation, like you have to do the sign on those documents and you have to upload it, right? So like what will happen once you upload the document, right? So the like once you upload the document, you will not get any information like right away, right? So maybe the person sitting on the other end, like he will validate, he may take 1 or 2 days or 3 days to validate whether all document has been properly signed, all the data has been visible properly or not, right? With IDP, what you can do, right? You can call the IDP API, like you can call the IDP API. So as soon as the customer upload, a client upload the data, right? So you can call the IDP, and IDP can do all the validation. It can check whether the signature is present on document or not, right? So or whether like this all the information are visible properly or not, right? Those kind of things you can do, and the customer will get the response real time. Like in real time, customer will get, like if we can say your like this particular ID proof doesn't have a signature, right? Or it's not visible properly. So the customer can easily upload the new document with proper signatures and everything. Like it can also use for the validation purpose. So there are various use cases where we can use the IDP. Like let me go through the. I will just log in into AnyPoint platform. I already logged in into the AnyPoint platform. So basically, I have this IDP is completely integrated with AnyPoint platform. You do like IDP is a completely a managed service, a SaaS product. you don't require to set up IDP on any your own infrastructure or own server. No, it's a completely managed service. Service. It's automatically scalable, like or fault tolerance, high availability. Everything is taken care by the MuleSoft, like so you don't have to worry about or managing the underlying infrastructure or anything like that. Okay, so when we come to the IDP, we talk about the document action. The first thing, we have to create a document action, right? So
You're not
just
sharing your screen.
oh, sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Just let me know once you can see my screen. You can see my screen.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So like once you log in into any point platform, on the left hand side, like you will see the IDP. Like if you have taken the subscription for the IDP, otherwise it is not available on the 30 days free trial, or right. So it's not available. But like you can get, sometime you can get in your partner's account also. So we have intelligent document processing here. So I simply just came to IDP, and like you can do some, like the first thing what you will do, you have to create a document action. In document action, you will going to define your own schema, or like own prompts, like how to extract the information from that particular documentation, like what kind of information you need to extract. For example, from driving license, I may have to extract name, like I may have driving license number, age, height, those kind of thing, right? So first thing we always do, create name. By default you will get the like two template, invoice and purchase order. So like you already have a predefined template for invoice and the purchase order. So you can either select invoice and purchase order. In case if you have some document other than invoice and purchase order, then you can go with the generic. And you can just like, if your Einstein AI is enabled, right? So this particular option will be enabled. So just you can just say customize the schema, right? So I will show you, like first thing, like by default Einstein AI is not enabled on your IDP. So it uses the, by default, the large language model used by IDP is natural language processing. So it by default comes up with the IDP. In case like if you want to enable the Einstein AI, first thing, like you need a Salesforce organization, right? And you have to connect your Salesforce organization with your Anypoint platform, and Anypoint platform has to connect with the Salesforce organization, right? And you require the additional Einstein request or Einstein subscription to enable that. So if you go to the access management, right? So in access management, you can see the Salesforce, right? And I'm using one of the org. You can use as many org you want, right? So yeah, you can see, like so like for me the Einstein is enabled. Like if I click on settings, okay, not here. Let me click here. Okay, not this one. So here, like I'm using this particular org, and here you will see this is enabled in Salesforce and enabled in Anypoint platform. It's very simple. Like once you try to register Anypoint platform in the Salesforce, it provides some kind of tenant ID you have to configure here. So whenever you're trying to configure Salesforce org here, so it will give some tenant ID that you need to configure in Salesforce. So it's very simple. Like you can find the tutorial, like you can find the steps on the internet. So you can just follow that. It doesn't take more than 5 to 10 minutes to enable this. Okay. So let me go to the intelligent document processing again. So as I mentioned, the first step, we have to create a document action. So I just create on create new, and I can select invoice, purchase order, or generic. For example, I select generic, and I just say driving license document action. Okay. Okay. And I just say create. So it will create that, right? And then apart from that, like you can just say start from scratch, and you can start writing your prompts. Basically you can give a field name, and this is where you can start writing your prompts basically, right? So I will use one of the pre-existing created document action. So we will write prompts and everything. So I have this like driving license one. I will simply edit this, right? And I will start writing the prompt basically. So 1 minute, not this one. Yeah, this one. Edit. I will remove all the prompts. I will going to write each and every prompts right now in front of you. So delete it. So you can write up to maximum 30 prompts. But in case if you want to extract more than like 50 or 60 fields from one document, you can merge a multiple prompt. Like like I will going to show the example. Like in one prompt, you can try to extract more than 2 or 3 fields, maybe 5 fields, right? So let me first thing, like once you create the document action, the first thing you can select the files basically, right? So I already have file. I'm just going to my desktop. So I have a driving license file, right? So this is a driving license file, right? And I want to extract all the information from this particular file, right? So first thing I can say add new. So I can give a prompt like license detail. This is my field name, and I can just say extract the information in key value pair in JSON format. So this is my first prompt, and you can define your confidence threshold. And if you want this field required, right? So you can just say. So what is the significance of that? So basically, whenever you are writing the prompt, so you say like this particular prompt is acceptable if the confidence threshold is 80 or greater than 80%. So whenever like it extract the information, right? It give a confidence score, right? So I'm saying my if confidence score is greater than 80, right? Greater than equal to 80, right? Then this means this whatever information extract is a valid required. So in case like this field is mandatory basically, right? If those validation failed, right? So the document will move into the status called a manual validation required, right? So where user interaction is required. The user has to come and like has to check whether the like extracted information is correct or not, right? So let's go like so, and apart from that, like if everything is good, all the validation has been matched, so in this case the validation will be, the status will be succeeded. While processing the document, is there any error trigger, then the status will be failed. So these are the few status that you get, right? So I will going to show that. So add this. So once you add, so you have a run button here, right? Just simply run it. Let's see how this particular prompt extract the information. See, look at this, right? So by default it uses the Einstein. You can see the confidence level is 98.17%. It able to extract all the information: driving license number, class, name, Einstein genius, address, everything, right? And if you go with NLP, it also use the NLP, right? So if you click here, right? So 1 minute. So if you scroll down, NLP. See, the problem with NLP, it doesn't take some a prompt which is complex basically, right? So it can just it can take the prompt like what is the driving license number. I will show you that. So if, I just change this. I will keep it here. Now what with this prompt, what I am to do? I want to convert this height into centimeter also. So I can say convert height into centimeter from feet wherever you find. Let's see what it does, whether it able to do that. So we have a 5.5 feet height, and it should come 165 centimeter, like when we convert into the centimeter, right? So here you can see like the height is converted into centimeter. Here it's 5.5, right? And I just able to convert the height into centimeter. Let extend this prompt. Convert date in format YYYY mm dd wherever you find. Simple. Let's run. So date is currently, if you see, it's like mmdd right? I want to convert it to mmdd. Okay, let's run. So So here you can see the all the dates and everything is converted, right? So date of birth, like it's in 03/14/1879, it's converted into 1879/03/14, right? All the dates, like even issue date, like those dates, like those kind of things, right? So it is easily converted. If you see the NLP will not able to do all this kind of prompts, so not found, right? So with NLP, what it can do, right? So I can just say license number, what is the driving license number. So here if I run it, NLP should give the, what happened, are you able to hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Okay, so here it able to extract the driving license number with Einstein. Let's see what happened with NLP. It is also able to extract with the NLP. It's also able to, sorry, yeah, my, okay, you can see that, right? With NLP I have some 96%, right? And with Einstein it's 100%. So you always see like Einstein can handle a complex prompt, whereas NLP can handle a simple prompt, right? And also if you see the confidence percentage for Einstein AI is very higher. Okay, so let me give one more prompt, bit complex prompt, right? So let me scroll. I have already created that prompt. Okay, okay, so here I should have some prompt. Okay, so this is, see, I want direct, see, as I mentioned, like we can give up to 50 prompts, but if I want to extract multiple field into the single prompt, I can give a single prompt like that, right? So I want to extract a document number, I can just say replace with the value found for the license ID or the document ID, first name, replace first name of the person in the text, last name, issue date, date of birth, like that, right? And here, like if you see address, I'm just trying to split the address into street, city, jeep, and state, right? So let me copy this and let me go back to my prompt, right? And let me next, here if you see the address is not like splitted, right? But the Einstein is enough smart that it will automatically split the address. Let me change my prompt. Okay, so I can just say control V and license details, this is update. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so here you can see, here you can see, just a minute, like, okay, here you can see like all the information has been extracted, like street, city, and like state, jeep 91106, everything has been splitted properly, right? So like Einstein is enough smart to split everything properly, right? So apart from that, like so like issue date, everything, right? So that is how like you can extract the complete the JSON into the single prompt also, right? So is it interesting? Does it look
Of course
interesting?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is looks good. So apart from that, like as I mentioned, right, no, you have a setting. So here you can define what kind of chat Einstein model or chat GPT model you want to use. Currently it support 4o mini, Gemini 20 flash. These are currently, right. So even like it has some kind of enable PI masking and those kind of things can be done. Okay, so these are the things. Apart from that, like in case if you, as I mentioned, sometimes the document go into the manual reviewer, right? So you can add the reviewer here, right? So you can add the reviews here, right? So you like from who from your team can be the part of this particular, who can go and review the document, right? So this is just like we have done some kind of testing, and the next step we have to publish it to any point exchange. So I can do some more additional thing here. Okay, so I can just say convert all the date in YYYYMMDD format, convert height into centimeter. That's it. I can just change the spelling. Update. Let me run once again. Okay, see, IT is converted, like all dates and everything is converted. Now I can publish it to any point exchange. Save and publish. Okay, it is published, and I can just say view publish action in exchange. Okay, so here you can see like it will expose the two method. So like post. So post is basically like whenever we want to send a document to IDP or to this particular document action, right, to extract the information, right? And once in the response, once we send the document to this particular document action, we get a execution ID back, because like we don't get a synchronous synchronous response. In synchronous response, we just get a execution ID back, right? So you can use the get method after 10-15 seconds or maybe 20 seconds, depend on like how many fields you are extracting, and depending on like what is the page number of page, like it support up to 50 pages in one PDF documentation. So you have a get method, right? So once you post the document, you wait for some time, right? Then you just say send the get method with this particular execution ID, right? You will get the information back. We will see that. So let me copy this post URL. Let me go to the postman. Okay, so I will just say, I will paste it here, and I can just say post, and like just make sure like in body you always use the form data, and key should be always file. You can send one file at a time, not more than that. And here you can select the file, and I will select the same driving license file. Okay, and we have to pass a authorization header, right? Okay, so for generating the authorization header, you need to create a connected app in the access management, whichever like scope called execute document action, right? And like you have to provide the scope called execute document action, right? So I already created connected app, so like I will not going to create it again. Yeah, this is the method. Okay, so I already created. This is the URL anypoint.mulesoft.com account slash API slash v2 slash token. So in connected app, I am passing a body client ID, client secret, and the grant type. This is my connected app client ID and the client secret, and grant type equal to client credential. Just send this request. I get a token back. I can copy this token. Okay, be right. So I just pass bearer token, and here in body we don't have to pass like just form data file and the attach that file. Just send the request. Okay, I got this execution ID back. Now what I will do, I will go back to my document action. I will copy the get URL. Okay, this is my get URL. Okay, so I will just go back to get URL. I copy this, and I will have to replace the execution ID which I got into the post method. I just copy this, and again I have to pass the authorization header. I will pass same, right? Because it expiry is 1 hour basically, so I can use the same one. Let's send the request. Okay, so here like if you see we get a succeeded, it means we can get a three status: manual validation required, failed, or succeeded, right? Manual validation will come like if required field is not able to extract, or if it is not greater than equal to that confidence score, right? so the confidence score threshold. So here you can see, like, I just give this prompt, right, and it able to extract all this information. So let me copy this to playground. I will just copy this much of the thing to playground, or like no need to do that. Like, no, you can see that information, right? So ID data, we get document number, we get first name, we get last name, issue date, all dates are converted, like height should be in centimeter, right? So everything is there, like, so we get all this response back, correct? But now my question, like, is there any way we can have a callback URL? So generally, like, there's a possibility. So whenever, like, you are doing the post request, right, you can also always send the callback URL in post request. So you, like, what you have to do. So whenever, like, whenever the IDP is ready, like able to extract the information, it will send execution ID back to you on the callback URL, right? So you will get the execution ID back on the callback URL, and you can use that execution ID, right? And, like, so you can use that execution ID, and you can call this get method again. Like, in this way, like, you don't have to wait, right? So wait, like, it will you can define the process in the callback URL. So, like, whenever ID will extract the information, it will send the response back to the callback URL, right? And callback URL, you will have an execution ID, and within that particular same flow, you can do this get method where you can pass that execution ID and get all this particular response back. Yeah. Any question before I move it to the second demo?
Nope, all good.
Okay. Okay. My second demo is mostly on, like, invoice processing, basically. So let me go back to invoice processing. Oh. So here I have this invoice processing document. So here I already use the predefined template, right? So if I edit it, so I already use a predefined template, right? So, like, IDP also give you something where you can, like, in PDF you may have a multiple tables, like you may have a data in the form of table, right? So you can define the tables also, like table structures and all those things, right? And you can give the additional 30 prompts also. But this is the predefined, so I will going to use that, right? So let me go and just upload uh, upload the invoice, PDF invoice. Okay, I think it's a PNG file, or let me small that. Okay, so it's a PNG file, right? So I will run this. Okay, so here, see, if I click on this field, right, it will going to highlight. It will say the confidence level is 74.81%. It is not matching threshold, right? In this case, the manual validation will be required, right? Because confidence is not matching the threshold, it's less than the threshold, right? Here you will require the manual validation, right? So if you can see it able to extract all the information, right? In case if you don't want to display this information, right, if you don't want to display this information in output, you click on this eye, right? So it will make it hidden. Okay, so same thing, like, I will just make it enable, and, like, you can just click here, so it will highlight this field, like, like 14695 to the tax value. If you see the total value, right, so it will highlight the total invoice total, like those kind of thing. It also have a buyer and the seller information. It should have a terms and conditions also, right? So payment terms and condition. So if you see payment within 15 days, so you might be having payment due within 15 days. I will go to tables. So in table, if you see, like, it extract all the information, like, this is the invoice line items, right? So we have a three line items. All the three line items information has been extracted here, right? So front end design, like, it also giving the confidence intervals and everything, and it uses the Einstein basically. Like, that's why you can see the high confidence intervals also, right? So this is, like, let me show you one, like, example. Okay, so I just shown the driving license. Go back to asset. I want the invoice. I already published the invoice, right? So I'm just showcasing that only. Copy this. I go to the. I want to show one manual validation example. So I can go to post. Okay, I will going to use the same bearer token because its expiry is 1 hour. Instead of that, I will just upload the invoice files, right? I will send it. Okay. I'll copy the same URL. I'll paste it at get. I will just append the execution ID at the end, which I got in the previous request. Let's send it. Here you see the manual validation is required, right? Because you know, like the signature field, like which is less than threshold, right? So here we require the manual validation, but it extract all the information, like you can see it here, like table information is also there, right? In case like if you have multiple line item and you want to loop through, right? So you can use this tables, right? So you can define the table schema. So let me go back to my, no, just a minute. Okay, let me go back to my, yeah. Okay, cool. Let me go back review task. So you will see one of the tasks might be queued here just now. Which one? Like 1 minute ago. So if you see it here, right? So these are the two fields. Like you can check. You can just validate. Click here. Is this ship to is I think it's correct, right? And signature found is page. I think it is correct. Signature is there. So I can they say submit and done. Okay. Now I will go there in the postman. If I just say send, again I will try to get, it will be succeeded because we have removed the manual validation, right? So you can see it is succeeded. Correct? Okay. So I have one more demo. Like it is very simple, like no. So like we have just gone through like how we can approve the manual validation required, those kind of information. Let me go back to home, and I have one more medical report processing. So here, like I will just remove this prompt. Let me delete this. First thing, I will select the file, and I have this medical report file, and I will just give a start from scratch. Uh, Medical information, extract or information from report in key value pair in JSON format. I will just say required, add this, let's run this. So let's see what it does. So it inform patient name, like date of birth, first diagnosed, what are the symptoms, right? Symptoms like those kind of things. Let me do one more thing. Handwritten symptoms must be in array with field name symptoms. Let's see whether it's work. I'm just trying it. See, good. Like it able to extract the symptoms in the array also. I just tried it and it worked, right? Enable to complete. These are the handwritten. So this is like if you see most of the information in this particular document seems like a handwritten document, right? But it is able to extract all this information, patient name, like date of birth, case number, like those kind of things, like first exam date, second exam date, all this information. I haven't like created one of the prompt. Let me copy that prompt. It should be somewhere here. I think. Oh, okay. So that's fine. I just don't. I will just expand this prompt. Just edit this, extract and symptoms with the field name, reason. I will just say with field name reasons. I can just say convert date into YYMMDD format. Patient name can be separated into first name and last name. Let's see whether it works.
There is a question.
Yeah,
The IDP standard in a titanium subscription, or is it a separate product?
it's a separate, right? It's a separate. Now it's depend on like whether you are simply going for IDP with NLP. So there is like some like different cost, and whenever like if you are going with by default like NLP is available with IDP, okay. And like I don't like I it depend on like it depend on number of document you are like you are like you are like it depend on number of pages, right? So it they have some charge basically. And if you are
Mhm.
going with Einstein AI, there is a additional cost for number of Einstein requests, because whenever you are sending the prompt, right? So or whatever response you are getting from the prompt, it do the some calculation on the number of words divided by 1500 into 10. So there is some calculation is available. So like so how much the per prompt is taking, how much request, right? So that is the additional Einstein request you need to you need to buy the subscription for that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So here you can see like the patient name, right? I asked to divide the information into first name and the last name, right? Right. So it able to do that. Like let me do one more thing, whether it's able to do the calculation or not. So let me do that. Add is of the patient in JSON. Let's see. I will just give that much. How intelligent it picked this 11 290 88. Let's see. Whether it is able to add it, date of birth. I may have to change prompt it. No, it haven't done that. I will do it. Right? It has to do it. Add the age of patient in JSON. Calculate the age of patient is from date of birth. Calculate the age of patient from date of birth and add as a field age. Let's see if it's able to do that. It should do that. Date of birth is number. Yeah, it able to calculate the age, right? 35. It does it. How cool this feature is, right? So like with prompt we can do that, right? Apart from, let me add one more prompt. Summarize the report and add in summary in JSON as summary fit. It should be it should be summarized in 2 3 lines. Let's update and run it. So it able to do the summarize, right? Paul Grant, aged 30, has a serious health condition, diagnosed on this date. The last office visit was on 2000 with the next schedule for symptoms include difficult completing task and the hyperventilation, right? So it looks good, right? It able to summarize the report also, which is a cool feature, right? So it's all depend on like how you are giving the prompts basically, right? Also, like I will add one last prompt, add the report header details in JSON as header as field. Yeah, it see it add the header care provider of medical leave for employees owner health condition, right? It able to do that, right? It's I haven't told them like you have to pick from the top, right? It able to automatically able to extract those information basically, right? So it's good, right? It's a very cool feature basically. I want to show you one more thing. Not cancel. So I'll go to driving license processing. I will edit this. Let me. We can add some more prompt. Driving license PNG. I will add one more prompt. I can give image visible. Does driving license have picture of driver? Right. That's a one prompt. Let me just say required add. Now I want to see it, see, California. It is kind of image only, text, right? So let's see, like it's not mentioned city also, right? I will just say city. Which city license belongs to, right? Let's add this. Okay. Let's see if it's run and like yeah, it's saying driving license contain image. Like this is kind of image. It able to capture that, right? And but yeah, it gave me a wrong information. Even it's saying as 100% because like so see, I think this is the correct information because the driving license belongs to this Pasadena city only, right? So we can change the prompt. What reason? Let's see. It all depend on prompts, right? What information it gives, or I can say what state also. See, now it's give a proper California, right? So as I mentioned, like so when you are like giving the prompt, you need to be specific. So there's a city. It extract the city correctly, right? Because I asked for the city because it's a region, right? California is a region, and within that region we have a city called Pasadena, right? Something like that. So, but when I change the prompt bit, right, from city to region, it's able to extract the right information, right? Yeah, for image like it is not sure, the image is not that clear, is their image is there but it's not clear, that's why confidence percentage bit time bit low as compared to other confidence percentage. But that's fine if you have a clear visible license, it is just a demo license. But if you have some clear visible license, then it's fine, right? So all, let's see, I just for fun, right? So I want to check the bmi index of driver, right? whether it's give it or not. What is the BMI index of driver? Let's see if it's give or not. Because we have a height and weight and everything, it should able to calculate the BMI index. See, it able to do that 24.96, right? So which is good, right? It do some calculations also, like yeah, percentage is bit less, but still if you see this value is correct, because if you have a 5.5 height and weight is around 150, the 24.96 is a right. Yeah, I think like this is what I want to show, right? So I went through a lot of things, like what are the things you can do with intelligent document processing.
Yeah, this was really cool.
Yeah,
I don't see a lot of questions, but it was pretty clear. I think. Yeah, this is awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, someone is saying it was pretty cool. I agree. Cool.
Because like it do a
Um.
lot of things, right? With your prompts it do automatically a lot of calculation. Even like if you see like we like sometimes we use the data we for transformation, right? Here we can do the data transformation using prompt, right? Even like like if when we do the transformation we face a lot of challenges with transforming date from one format to another format, right? With IDP we have quickly done it, right? We just say for format the date to YYMMDD, right? It is able to do that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Cool. This was really cool, Jackie.
Yeah.
Really awesome. All right. I don't see any more questions in the chat, so I guess we can leave it at that. When am I gonna see you again? In like 1 year?
No, like very quickly. Like I want to do some sessions on RPA also, like robotic process automation. Let's plan
Mhm.
something. I think I have done one, right? For
Yeah,
Excel also.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone.